Hey, this is Adrian
and Henning from
Kärbholz, and you are listening to
Rockum Radio.
Your album, Kontra, was released on March 26th. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you very much.
Very welcome. How do you feel about it?
We love it.
Yeah.
We love it. It's a bit strange to release an album in these days when you can't go on a stage and doing a release tour and see the people and see their reactions and have a talk to them, and it's like everything is going on the internet and only on the internet. And okay, we have talked to our friends and see, okay, they love the album too, but it's a bit strange. But I think it's an awesome album. It's really an awesome album, and the reactions from the people on the internet or from our friends, these few we were talking about, they're really great, and we're looking forward that the whole situation will get better, and we're getting on stage again, and doing with the new songs what we have to do,
play them live.
Yeah.
Wow. In my opinion, I listened all your record, complete all the songs, and Kontra is a solid album, a straight rock and roll. For me, was like fresh air breathe.
Thank you very much.
That's my review of your record. 3 simple words. How could you describe the music of this new record in your own words, guys?
So when we recorded the last album, it was more it was slower, and it was more thoughtful. It was more emotional, and so we wanted, when we put together the new record, we wanted to kick ass again. Like we want to do rock music again. Want to go straight forward. And that's what we had in mind when we met up 1.5 years ago to play, to work on the new songs, the new material in the rehearsal. And that's what we've been putting together and working through the whole time to when we went to the studio to record the album. And in my opinion, the music is back to the roots, kind of. It builds bridges to our first records because it has more the punk rock attitude. It has more the raw rock and roll attitude. Mm-hmm. But speaking of quality, it's way better recorded and way better played than the first albums were. So yeah, I think we were able to put our live fire, our live spirit on that record.
Okay. How was the creative process of this new record?
I'm doing the lyrics.
Okay.
For our songs, and we need to have a beginning. So we tried. We're jamming around together. That's not the point. It's a point when we're doing I can't write lyrics without doing a guitar melody with it. And doing every song starts with just have the lyrics and a guitar and a melody and a singing melody. And every song, it's like that. The start of every song, and with that idea, I come. I work it out. Maybe on a couple of songs, I work it out for my own and come. Okay, here are more guitar melodies on it. Let's try it. Or I just come with my acoustic version of the song to the guys and say, okay, this is the idea. This is a song.
Okay,
this is the basic song, and then let's do something. Let's do something, and
Wow.
So everybody can put his thoughts into it, and it's the same like we did it 10 years before. Nothing changed.
Wow.
Nothing changed.
Well, let me tell you, you did a good job, guys. It's a really good album.
Thank you very much.
The video clip for the song Niemal's Fallen, I think this is the correct pronunciation, I don't know. I'm trying with the pronunciation of the songs, but you understand me, was released a week ago. What can you tell me about the recording of the video
Well, we try to work the same way we did before, and in like the boundaries that we do have because of governmental rules to follow, we still can. Luckily for us, because it's work, so we're allowed to do a bit more than meeting up in private, But for the song "Niemals Fallen,"
Niemals
it's
Fallen, that's it.
the funny thing. Well, you almost nailed it. It was pretty close, Um, the thing is, the funny thing in that song is it's all about a leaf. It's a leaf on a tree. So you have this lyrics, and you listen to the first time I played along to that song. Adrian did a pre-recording. I took the song back home to my drum kit at home, and I started playing along. And I played and listened to the lyrics, and I was like, okay, that's some heavy lyrics. It's about never giving up, and they try. You have some wind blowing in your face, and they try to bring you down. But they can't get you. And in the end, it's like, I might be the last leaf on the tree, but I'm going down this autumn or next. And I was like, what the fuck? It's just about a leaf. I was laughing out loud, And because we had a big problem here in Germany in this summer with a special bug who brings down a lot of trees, and with our fan box, we want to regrow big parts of our forests, and we do want to play our part in this whole regrowing our devastated nature here. And so we filmed that video in these parts of our forest, our woods here around, because there are vast parts which are just wasteland, so to say, So that fitted perfectly, And we built a story all around it, and in the end, it's just like a little tree that was planted,
Oh, fantastic. The other great video is Der Short Schwarm. That video is really good too. I did my research previously this week.
Good.
Yeah, I like the band. How many albums do Kärbholz has?
I think 9.
9 albums. Yes, that's it. Yeah. I was researching. I was like, oh, this band is not new. You have at least on internet, I found 7 albums. And now I know that you have 9. My God, that's a lot of records.
Yeah.
Congratulations, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think that the first 3 years, every year we released 1 album. So that brought us.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. And now we got plenty ideas, and we're fun to play music, and so why not release every second year an album when there's material, when there are songs? Yeah.
Is there any difference between this new album and the previous ones?
Like Henning said, it's kind of looking way backward. Yeah, it built bridges to our first albums, and that way we the last album was like more sentimental thing. But it's always I'm writing the lyrics about my life and my thoughts and my
feelings.
What I'm and so every album it's in this time. Yeah, it's written in this time, and it's a picture of my thoughts of the and now we got an idea. Okay, what we want to do, and we wanted to do songs straightforward, more punk rockish, and with a positive attitude. And we said, okay, let's do an album with positive lyrics, a positive attitude. Keep the music simple and do it a bit faster than we would do it usually. So, and that's what came out. Yeah.
Guys, I found a surprise in one of the songs. Let me tell you.
All right.
Okay? The song Roter Wine.
Roter Wine.
Roter Wine.
Wine.
Okay,
yeah.
Roter Wine. The song is amazing. I want to tell you why. It's because the influences in that song, in my opinion, are folk.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I listened to the 13 songs that I have of the album, And I say, what?
Yeah.
Okay, punk rock, indie, everything, heavy stuff. But wow, we are now in folk music. Oh, I have to interview these guys. How do you get that inspiration? I don't understand the lyrics.
Well, the title of the song is Roter Wein. It's red wine. You know?
Red
So
wine, fantastic. Cheers, cheers, guy.
cheers. So that's the spirit, you know. The song is also about going fast, going too far, you know, like making every night the night of your life and party as hard as you can, no matter what tomorrow comes, you know. And Adrian came up with the idea, and he had a kind of melody. I think the first melody was different than it ended up to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a punk rock song before it went to be a folk song. In fact,
Yeah.
it was a punk rock song. And then a friend of us, he played the harp and the violin on the
The
on
violin,
record.
yes. Guys,
Yeah.
this is maybe the harder question of my interview, okay?
Okay.
Here I go. If you could choose 3 bands as the most significant influences of this record, what bands would you choose and why?
This is really a hard question.
Of
Most. Okay, there's one band. It's not because of this band's music. It's just because Alex is one of our 2 producers from this album, and he's playing in one of the most famous German metal bands, Heaven Shall Burn. And it's not the band, but he as a person was a great and big influence.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
we had 2 weeks of guitar recording.
Okay.
Were in his studio, and it was really a good and it was a great time, a hard work, but a great time, and it was such a good working together with him, and he did bring so much good ideas and good vibes into this guitar
That's important, definitely.
on the guitar play, and this was a big influence. Yeah.
And I would say it's hard to name 2 other band, or even to name a band, because we had a lot of influence that we took in. But I think the most influential part, besides Alex's advice, was that we as musicians evolved with our instruments, and we took in some ideas. For me, it was I had some ideas how I want the drums to sound, how I want to play, which kind of beats I want to have playing alongside those songs on the album. So I think it was kind of self-influential in some way, you know, like music-wise speaking. It's hard to name a band.
Yeah, I could name one band. I think it's not a really famous band, but my girlfriend came up with it. It's called Off With The Head. It's a punk rock band.
Nice.
From where they are, or I found them on the internet. I don't think they are a huge band, but they what I really like was they doing really simple music, and but you can feel it. You can feel the music. It's like it was not like a big influence when it comes to melodies or whatever. Yeah. So, but it was an influence. Okay, keep the music simple. Just we are guitar, bass, drums, and a singer. We're in an orchestra. Mm-hmm. So and nowadays you get a computer and you rehearsal room, and you record one guitar line, and then the second one, and then there a melody, and there an effect, and there's something. But we thought, okay, keep it simple. We have one guitar, one bass player, one drummer, and one singer. So, and we have to get this stuff on stage live.
Okay.
Yeah, we recorded many guitar tracks, of course, because it's a studio album. But then we just build it down to what's really important. And and these, I listened to many punk rock bands, and while we produced the album, or while we wrote the album, and this is one main topic for us.
Yeah.
or was while we produced the album. Okay,
Yeah.
keep it simple and just
Yeah.
reduce it to what's really necessary and
Yeah.
what's really transporting the feeling and the energy.
Okay. Where can we get your record? Any recommendation?
Well, you got us on that one. We tried a release in the States 2 records ago, but we found out, what we learned, that releasing an album in the States, I don't know how it's working in Canada, but in the States it's kind of different because and difficult as well, because there it is. You have to have some clicks on a radio hit parade, like chart thing, and you have to be on recall, and then they put, especially in that area, they put out some records in the stores and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that is really difficult, but I don't know how it works in the States.
We can buy
But
it on your
you can
on your record label, on your website. Any recommendation?
you can buy it in our shop, and we ship to Canada.
Tell tell the people here. Everybody's listening.
All right. So the address is shop.Kärbholz, KAERBHOLZ.de.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a school teacher. You have to be a school teacher. Okay, guys. Any last words in this interview?
I want to do a shout out to a band called The Wild, based in Canada. We almost got on tour with them, but I don't know why it failed. But yeah, shout out to The Wild. We would love to come and tour Canada one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.